still got at least 3 minutes to decide.
No, it's no.
No, but you're gonna like talk for a while.
Yeah, yeah. No. I think I know because I have 2 hours. So, but anyway, I got really offended yesterday by Villa when he said that I'm always showing something experimental, never sure what I'm going to show. So I really took it to the heart. Yeah. But it's kind of true. I never thought of it. I guess I do it a lot, and I wish I would be more sure. But kind of the area I'm developing is like always unsure. And I'm going to just show you a little bit also with the key. Where's the key? Key, where are you?
There's no key inside. Oh, he's there. He's hiding.
I am. So I'm going to show you. This is what I'm developing at the moment, and I cannot teach it. But this is again, I will in some point teach it. Do it again. And I'm so bored, then I have to go this. And this is, of course, I'm not saying if somebody my size would do it, I would survive. But he's a pretty good test, yeah? So he's already like not the skinniest guy and has strength and stuff. So I will show you what we do. Go. Just go. Just to show. Go. You typical this, and then they do. No, there's a twist in that, like a baby bridge. Just go. Talk, and then I can open. And I'm a survivor in the shows these days. I haven't tested against, there's different athletic level, and there's a danger of really big neck crank, and this I'm afraid of because it's a twist, and my neck is pretty in danger. I think because it has to be done with a twisting ball. We call it Gunnar Nelson because he was the one that I was doing rear naked chokes with. Always twisting back. It's very nasty. It's kind of like a choke and a crank. But from this position, it's super good to do like a baby bridge, kind of up, twist the head up, and not just squeeze. And it gives the choke a totally different dimension. It becomes like a reap also here, or the neck. But I can survive that. And I'm climbing the ladder a little bit, but just today I wanted to test. And in UK I did it against Alex, and I can really survive. And even that twist I can survive, plus I can push it over. And so I'm that bored, yeah? So, because I can do it in a key choke. The same inside, the information is out on YouTube also, we did it against the key choke. So I was like, would it work against the rear naked choke? And seems to be, we can say to the level, yes, and then we have to climb the ladder, yeah? If I'm not claiming like Olympic level athlete strength, and then I have to be also there, I guess, So anyway, that's interesting information. But today I decided the stuff that I don't think there's a group. I've done it here, or maybe I've done it in a little bit in a Rose gym, but certain direction that mini baby rich can help us to figure out is a Kimura trap sitting up that every YouTube video shows usually they take your back. So I resent those videos because they always say the defender is an idiot. Yeah, so it's like I don't like those videos because they always show there's no way to stop, so to speak. But now I think we have a way, and today we can start our Kimura trapping. And I guess if you do no-gi, it's a very useful tool anyway to know what the Kimura trap is, how to survive there, how to get out, and if even the back take happens, what to do. So, and basically the same thing, walking and baby. So, these days I don't teach anything else, seems like. So, anyway, a rule, I usually, where's the rule? Oh, yeah. So, what I mean by that is the Kimura trap. No, the other side. That's my black belt side. Okay, now? Not this is weird. No.
How long have you been running?
2 weeks.
So, anyway, what YouTube shows, we can test it, you should test it. Kimura trap, blah, 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 and then usually if people want to get the top different ways, they do this, knee comes in, and you have a hook over the shoulder, and hook over the face, yeah? You have different options here. You can have triangles if I'm really stupid, you can have, triangles with stretch this, and you can have triangles. Yes. So, YouTube stuff. So try it. Think about like let them first get up. This is clearly an option that they don't like, because I can get up and then I get height and maybe grab their head. So that's the direction. So now let them push your back a little bit. Usually they straighten the arms towards you, and you're like, this is really hard. And if you do, the knee comes in, and then all hell breaks loose. Yeah, and that's every YouTube video shows that. And now we think we have an answer. So this is again like I'm teaching it. I can do it myself, so I want to see how I teach it. And it's not that it's always going to be like I'm escaping and you're defending, but I think should be a sport. I know you know we play, somebody loses, somebody wins. But there has to be like, you have to know what to do. And that direction is very awesome because it leads to top and other stuff, with baby riches and stuff, you already know what to do. So I will teach them also 2 hours. So. And if you have time, you can go to some Kimura weird stuff that I talked about yesterday also. That we can do, and I show you what we have right now in testing mode. So try it, go to your elbow, and then the resist, and then it's hard to do the YouTube stuff. And if just for beginners or whatever, if you haven't done it, so usually, my head is there and their head is, my head is there, their head is there. So it's important which way you grip goes, yeah? So it's, and I call it like a letter T also, they're here, I'm there, yeah? So try it, back and forth. Understand that direction, and then we start. Some of you went haywire with all this, yeah? So think about this. Understand the direction, bad Kimura trap, and then, that's the direction, you can go this. Rip your arm out, whatever you want to do. That's the direction that's dangerous to them because you escape right away. So just understand that that could be the way. Then they resist, and you feel it's kind of hard to go there, And it's even if you want to, you can try, but it's very hard. And then they can put the knee in there. So that's now their turn. Do it again. Put the knee in, and then you can try the YouTube. Yeah. You don't go if you don't know all the submissions. Don't go crazy. Just go here. Go over the shoulder. Or obviously go over the face. It's all about that knee. If that knee gets in there, it's trouble. And then we will talk about that knee. And that's it, those 2 things. Nothing else, not too crazy. And just fight a bit, try to get the top. They're really pushing the Kimura back so you can't. And then they have time to control and release you, so to speak, yeah? Because you show much intent to go that way. So they release you and put right away the knee in. So they control the timing of that. And then that is a good attack. But you have to be able to keep them there, so they overcommit, and then you release them. So, and then I will just fly and you have your stuff. If you can do something else, some of you went he went to invert and do something, just, depends on your level, you can go even more. But just that knee is important, and then don't make it too complicated. And if you want to do your spinning things afterwards even, like inverting and stuff, then do the ratio of, 3 to 1. Or 2 to 1 piece. 2 times do what I showed you, and 1 time go crazy, like do whatever you want to do. So have that ratio, and because I always say, remember why you're here. Yeah? You don't want to show your stuff, what you're good at, you want to add new stuff, what you don't know yet. So remember the ratio. So I don't mind if you're exploring and do your own stuff also, but do the stuff you have to do. So test the direction, and then control the direction, and then they can do it, and then I give you a solution also as defense, and then we have some drills and stuff. Let's go. So, the answer I will provide at the moment, is that, and then head up, and that's the Kimura, So I need you to do that, and some people call it here, I know in this gym, high hawking. We actually changed the name because it's still a bad name. I think it's still some kind of baby rich range, but hawking is more, that. This is more extension. So, and there's other theories also why it's more baby rich than a high hawking, because first it makes sense to call it this also, but names are names. At the moment, we'll figure it out. So I need you to be legs really like toes on a mat. So it's always easier to shrimp, so not the edges. You will mess this up. I will point this, and this is actually quite bad at the moment. And then as vertical you can be, and head would be up, yeah? And then we will talk about that and that, and you can play. So that's the position. Try it on your own without doing it with a partner. Still, it's very amusing to see your struggle, and you're trying to figure it out, you know? And then it actually helps because it's a part of Shadow Jiu-Jitsu, we call it, like a shadow boxing. You need to do stuff on your own also, to visualize, to understand how your body is in space, and then we put it in with a partner exercise. So it's not like, you know, a joke on you. I'm actually very heavy on movement patterns and moving and stuff on your own. Like, you know, you see Cobrinias and all this, you're inverting and stuff, and so it's actually quite useful if they're exactly the structure used in a fight. And if you want to have one example, I'm not asking you to do this, I'm asking you to do the baby reach, but we can connect, and they work like, I would say literally the same, you know, hawking. We can go this pattern, hawking baby reach, or other way. We can go baby first, we can go. And we can connect everything to everything, so to speak. And they actually matter, because when we do back escapes, this is what I ask you to do. It looks silly when you do it on your own without the context, because you can't see why it works. So, you have to do only baby reach. Left side, stop, turn, right side. And I maybe ask you to do it like 30 seconds only, yeah? Then I give you the context of Kimura trap. So, solo exercise, only mini baby reach. Let's go. Nothing else. Enjoy the awkwardness. Okay? So now we try. I will also give you later a hooking and baby reach option, other way, if we can turn. Right now I'm just going to start with getting more up, because later you need to be jab across. So, push. Clearly that direction is very, very hard to go, yeah? And so some people wrist go, right? This starts sometimes with a Kimura, you can hurt yourself, but you can use different grips to actually not get wrist locked yourself, you know? And a Kimura also, if you're, turn here. So I know just Francesco mentioned me, like, you can have those things. If you do this, then, you know, maybe it bends and you can wrist locks, and you can have this, you can just go, and it also helps. So arm can be also open. So figure it out. And then now you need to find the angle you can get up from, yeah? Clearly going there at the moment would be hard. So I'm doing this, push me back. I'm doing this. And my elbow, and now I'm slouching. So this would be the knee in, go. This is quite terrible, go. Go, go. I know. So, and this arm is also somehow magically works here, go. It's like intelligent design, go. Put the knee in. That was a joke, by the way. Yeah, put the knee in. It's just, yes, it's really, really hard. And then if the knee is there, go. That this knee doesn't work anymore, go hook. It just doesn't work. And everything, because this is out, I have more time. Plus, hold tight. This is always, they have actually not so much time here. I can wrist, I attack the fingers all the time. And so they have to act fast, do something, get on top maybe. I'm not saying I will end up in top, they will adapt, they will let go and do stuff. But adaptation actually reveals their true intentional moves, what will be left later. Because they will try to beat it, and then, okay, if I do this, they're on top. And then I escape the, you know, Kimura trap. And if they're more stubborn, you know, maybe something else happens. Okay, so certain endings are likely and certain endings are less likely, but cool for YouTube. So one more time. So find the angle. And now the baby reach is different because it's on your elbow. So we can talk about later. So right now, yeah, I'm here. And then, you know, trap the shoulder, whether I push it, no, but like you did. This is, you know, you're kind of trapped. But if you go here, it's kind of hard to do it, go. Yeah, so this is, I'm doing this. My legs can be this or that, doesn't really matter for you at the moment. Knees are in, I'm really turned because I don't want to, if I'm here, they can push me backwards again. So go. Good. And this is, allows me, fight it a little bit. This allows me to actually start to go up. And I'm building myself even more up, and now this is always there. And then YouTube happens and you can pick some options. But I can start to build height. And then it's always dangerous, I'm still in danger, so to speak. I have one mistake, but I can build height. And so they're a little bit losing. And then we have some games. So what I ask you to do is this. That's the slouching part. It's the mini baby bridge part up, yeah, and you're here. You can also call it like a PlayStation or YouTube, whatever, if you're a player. Quite comfortable to sit here, you know. But that's what I'm asking, and then you just a little bit build it up also, and you know, you can do this, but let's not go there. Or if I don't know if it's impossible, but who cares? So survive that and get your elbow so they can't push you backwards. So that you give them a really bad direction to defend. Okay, let's go. Some of you are cheating a bit. You can if, I guess, you're here in the beginning already. I guess if I'm here, they're a little bit more stuck and, you know, there's space is also killed. But you can't really get up having elbow here. This is more annoying. So it seems that still the way I understand right now is I want to give it away. To have base, actually. So if I'm here, I'm clearly losing. They can grab my head and stuff, but I want to actually go there. So stop it. I want that. If I'm here, I'm kind of like in my own way, yeah? So stop it. They don't interfere with that, so my elbow is there first. And then, I guess, let me do it, you know, and so I defend, put the knee in, try to put the knee in, bottom knee, yeah? So I'm still here, put the knee in. It's really, really annoying, and that keeps you away from me to having like really good attacks. Just keep the elbow there, and just usually, it's the hip, you know, the shoulder, there's nothing there. This is a threat. If this works, then every YouTube stuff works. And then of course you can go like, what if I step over? What if I do this and that? It comes later, and then I have to have my reaction. But then it's me already pushing the agenda, I'm leading, I'm forcing the extra step. If this gets in, this is already like, I'm more defending and you're forcing me to do something extra. I don't like this now, yeah? So, go. Just survive here. And I would say best escape is they quit. Not jiu-jitsu overall, you know, but just their position, because they feel there's nothing there. And at some point, maybe they expect you to move, but they feel like mid-air there a little bit. So knee is not in, they don't feel they're in good position to attack. So most likely they try something and then they move somewhere else. And that is also the best, one of the extreme end of the defense. And also this should be possible, that you're that good that position that they're, I'm leaving here, yeah? I didn't got what I wanted. So they're adapting to it and taking another attacking position. Or you escape yourself. You have to force the escape. Because in certain time frames, you know, in environments are different, match, you have to escape 10 minutes. You have to force an escape. You don't have time to wait it out. So try both extremes. See what they can come up with. Can you stay there forever, basically? And they, well, yeah, I don't want to be here. Or I do a lot of just strip the grips. And then there's nothing. The Kimura drops is there no more. Yeah. So there's probably you can grab or do some other stuff. Just stripping this, and most people feel like really like they don't have nothing. They don't have a knee and a Kimura grip. So then it becomes a scramble, and the best way is just both go up. If I want to go top, then I have to know more, but basically just want to get up. And then I'm running away, 10 meters, turning around, pulling guard. Yeah. I do this, I've done this, if I say a lot, this maybe not hard to say, but people expect when I stand up, I do this a lot, you know, like back escapes and stuff, I stand up and I just go away, and they always expect like stand-up wrestling. I'm not gonna wrestle, you know. I'm old enough to know that guard pulling works better when you're older. And then I pull guard, they're like, oh shit, you know. And then I usually try to escape. So I don't have those ego problems that guard pulling is like real men take others down, you know. It's like that YouTube nonsense, just, you know, a little bit, like you can forget this, you know. People just pushing their agendas a little bit. Our sport is guard pulling, so just leave it. And if some guys can't take it, so that, you know, whatever. So, anyway, so try it. So, yeah, feel, really like test it, you know, just, you know, you keep your balance and test it and don't give them nothing. And then also think about, okay, let's go YouTube, yeah? And then we'll see. So make a decision what part you want to train. And so both of us know what's going on. You want to try YouTube? Okay. You want to do this? Okay. Okay, so ask questions, blah, 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 and let's train. Stop. So, and for one pair of top. The first objective is to clear Kimura threat. I don't care about escaping. Escaping is not important. Neutralizing Kimura trap is, and then escaping comes after that, because they're not stupid, they will adapt, and you will maybe end up in turtle bottom or side control bottom, who cares? But I want to clear the threat, I want to neutralize the threat of Kimura trap. And it's a little bit different philosophy. I know people want to get out and do stuff, don't. So that stage, I want you to stay there, like literally, like if we could stay there forever till the end of the camp, you know, in a way. But other classes are in, you know. So, but that you feel what would happen there. They would really test it, and then you go like, okay, I have here a minute, easy, and that means okay, I know what's going to happen, and then I can pick my options and what I want to do. But even if they lose, so do this, and let's say they want to climb my back. So Kimura, I'm doing this, so, and then, you know, knee in, and then try to climb to my back, go to my knees and whatever. See? You're going this. Go, let's play. Yes, see? And now they lost the Kimura trap and maybe have this situation. That's also reality, yeah? I don't mind because I escaped the Kimura trap. And that's a part of the sport that I'm not guaranteed that I escape the full situation, that I get back to neutral. They will adapt and those things can happen, but then it's a good change from Kimura trap that is very close to the finish to go to back. So back is more neutral for a submission. They're not closer, they're actually more away, one step away from submission. Kimura trap, you would argue, is, you know, closer to submission. So if that even one step back from that, I take it. And then of course I can lose from the back more and, you know, give them a rear naked choke. But that's why don't you have then back escapes, you know? So also that could be a very good escape. So I feel like people expect always to escape to some neutrality, or I get from that to the top guard or whatever. It's very unlikely also if they know, if they're adapted. If they don't know what I'm doing, then a lot of things can happen, but if there's a period of adaptation, most likely they will get a better position all the time. And then I end up still escaping and finally maybe I get out. So I feel that is my message, and what you have to use to also, and what happens in sparring, you like it or not. But we train always to escape fully, and that's very unrealistic. Yeah, you need to be under fire, like, you know. Let's say, like, for example, more precise situation, Kron Gracie carried on armbar scramble, if you've seen it. That was like a 8 to 10 armbar attempts in a row, yeah, probably, and then he escaped. With some, probably people said some injuries also for shoulders, and that's the risk of high level and, you know, fighting Rickson Gracie's son, you know, and who's good in armbars, you know. But that is what you have to do, so you can't escape right away. And you have to survive this all, and then finally you get out maybe. So maybe they do 3 to 5 attacks, and then you maybe survive and get out. So I have to survive this also. It's all about what my message is about survival. I couldn't care less about escaping, and I'm the wrong person to ask, because I will wait you out. Yeah, because my motivation to do jiu-jitsu is different, so I'm not developing escapes per se. And other people are better in escaping, and YouTube is full of those also. So, but YouTube is very not full of survival. Yeah, so that's kind of what I do. Could be very niche, but also I think it's the broadest space you can have. And then you just do it faster. So anyway. So what Raul did, if you have possibility, then I would recommend you to play it. Play this way also, to test the position before you move anywhere. And see, maybe you lose, maybe you don't, and then you can go like, okay, this is my drill, I will win it, so go easier, and so I have time to protect it, then I will see, and then we go like, okay, Raul, now I can really go for a finish, and then we'll see what happens. So you can definitely have our like roles here, so let's play. So let's like, you know, semi-finish, go for a finish, let's play. Now we have backstep, yeah? Then reset. So I don't mind this, okay? Now other module kicks in, backstep. So I don't consider this a loss, so to speak. And this is what also Kimura trapper should expect, that Kimura trap is a setup to something else. That not that this is a finish, but this is a road to something else to set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is also reality, also how you should attack. Well, first is what you get. Maybe he got this combination, you know, triggered by Kimura trap and then ends up in a back choke. Okay, so also good. Anyway, train again. Really try like, let them kill it, you know, and then you have to go behind a little bit, get your base and feel you can rock yourself up. So test that definitely. If you're here, don't let them up. Open the elbow, shrink a little bit backwards, get to the position and then test and have clear rules. Who should win? Yeah, talk to each other and then if you don't get it, ask for help. Okay, 5 more minutes, let's play. Stop, sorry, one thing. And also, I didn't see So, just one thing, that head up is weird. I think if you do jiu-jitsu, a lot of head up is like more they catch your head. So, little stuff you did. So, attack, and then was a situation that somebody was defending, but head was down. Go, and then this happens. Go, and then, you know, and they actually can continue. Yeah, wait, yes. And then I guess I can also go and we can continue scrambling. But it's weird with the head up, do the same thing. Go. No. Yeah, I know. They can't bend me somehow. And because this knee is not in, head would be, put the knee in, put the leg over the face. This would, you could argue this could be dangerous. But I don't think it's that much because I have this position and this leg is pretty dead. If I'm more tilted, clearly this works more. So we could have like an isolation drill here, try to push me back. So then I'm shrimping backwards, same thing. And then, you know, we can go. Ah, yes. So this is just, somebody showed me that I was doing this and somebody, well, can we do this? I was like, go for it. And so this is, you know, as an attacker, they have to know this. Because this is quite, you know, like a stimolokish something, and this is, if somebody gets it, goes really fast, you know, probably something can break, so they have to know it's coming. Anyway, but if this leg is out, this is quite dangerous to do this, and there's less strength. And also you can try, go the leg over what you did. If you know belly down things, go. It's really, they cannot put, even if they go full spin, go, like you did. And then always shrimping backwards, yeah? Or then cutting forward, so you can feel the angle. Thank you. So it's weird with the head up. It's very counterintuitive to go like this way. And when I know that, you know, I've done jiu-jitsu so long, so it's like, you know, you want to hide your head. But sometimes it helps actually to do something else. So I'm still struggling to understand why the head would be up, but it works there like wonderful, yeah? But the only thing is this has to be under control, the bottom leg. And then the head up is actually very useful. Very, very counterintuitive for everything I knew before. I was like, you know, so try it again and clearly, you know, rules, yeah, who wins, who loses, and build slowly complexity if they deserve it, yeah? Don't overpower them. Let's go. So, let's give you the other obvious option also with the hawking and baby reach, and then you have jab cross clay. Okay. And so when I usually teach, I'm kind of against the techniques because you need them somehow. But I teach jiu-jitsu more like posture based, and like with tennis right now we just tried. My goal is to get to my elbow, and that's the goal at the moment. And then jiu-jitsu takes off. How much you have experience, how much I have. We could have a turtle games, we could have a lot of stuff, yeah? But the direction I took was the initial like key. If I go to my elbow and it's already in danger and knee gets in and everything, I will not take that risk anymore because I get destroyed fast. So, and then we just build, and we should do like isolation drills, so to speak, with different rules again, just how long you can go, you know, because combination, and then finally get out. and then we add certain techniques then. It's very bad to teach like techniques to get out, because they will also, I will do this. It's always hypothetical. We just have to drill, and then we have to know like a turtle module, back escape module, and then we just connect everything. So, and that direction is the hardest, but I think the price is worth it. So you learn to get up from everywhere. That's good in self-defense, MMA, everywhere else. But the price is you have to go through there, pretty much through the minefield. But if you get there, you have to deal with everything. It forces you to deal with everything. Because if you take this road, it forces you to deal with arm bars right away. Belly down, everything else, so spinning. It forces you right away to be pretty sure about your back stuff. Because you're exposing your back, and you have to know that, okay, what's my game there? If your game is lacking, that's pretty risky road to take. How's your turtle? So, and also get up information. And then you're forced to deal with right things. And if you solve them, you have a price to go up. And I think that transcends styles of, no gi, MMA, self-defense. But it forces you right away to deal with right things. That's my suggestion. And it is not the easy road to take. You have to fix a lot of shit before you get there. Because they will adapt and expose you all over again. And if you take some other road, maybe you have easier time avoiding your mistakes, but what is life is for, I'm a life coach, so.
When, let's say you're in a bad position, they've got the Kimura on you, is there a sequence for getting into that better position? Do you do your hips first, your chest angle, your head, then give them the elbow? Do you give them the elbow first, then kind of scoop your hips back?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
And the answer is, I don't know. Nobody has asked me that before, that's why. It would be stupid to claim otherwise. But I would say like this. Let's say, if you do it on your own, let's say, do the burpee up, let's say, you do this and when to stretch. So there's a sequence when to stretch, yeah? You can go like, and then you jump or something stupid, yeah? But to understand that sequence, take a heavier ball. Then you understand exactly when to start actually pushing. And if then lose the ball, you have the mechanics, you understand?
Yeah.
So if you do it on your own, it's never know which is first. But if you're there, you feel it. Like first it's like, okay, elbow, then legs go back, and you end up with a good sequence. I can just give you like a blueprint, so to speak, yeah? So, where's the left hand? That. Because I would never be flat anyway, so it would be like walking baby ricks or this baby ricks. So I elbow and I shrink back. And I tuck this because they like that shoulder, yeah? So, I stretch actually this quite deep. They can't influence this anymore. So it's like, I feel it, what I have to do. So, and if your partner just gives you pressure, holds it, and then you can feel it too. If you overpower it, if you right away attack, they never feel it. So it's really important to be smart and not to be stupid, yeah? Okay, so problem, solution. Okay, I got it, let's make it harder. But it's very easy to overpower me in this situation with all spinning and YouTube stuff, and I still end up losing. And then it doesn't work. If you want to expose people and overwhelm, do it on me. Yeah, if you wanna do flashy things and they still lose, do it on me. I wanna also feel. I don't know if I win or lose, but I most likely know what to do because I've been there enough. And do it on me, I wanna see. Yeah. So anyway, so let's do now hooking and baby reach also. Otherwise, so I have jab and cross, and then it's a good game. So most sports, like most, every sport I think needs jab and cross. So so hawking would be, there's a clear distance difference now when I do one. I will still show a hawking first and then the baby reach. And some of you will have trouble because you're in the wrong distance. So I need this right now, that I'm in an upper body more, yeah, I'm not in there close to their crotch, and I can do hawking now. It will not work if I'm here. I don't have that strength to do it. So then figure if you can't, then probably in the wrong place. So I need to be like, I'm away from their hip, and now I have literally do this, and I straighten my arm. I pull the elbow up also, so you can get wrist locked here, so be careful. And I shrink. I want to go inward, yeah? toward him. And then also baby reach is there, so it's not a full answer. So here, yeah, so I go, I straighten, and then I also strip, you know, go push, and then I pull the elbow out. It's that also. It's not only the crunch, it's the pull. And I call it like a Thai boxing elbow, you know? So, like a 20 yard, whatever, you know, you go, take away, and so it's kind of the same direction. Quite powerful, so it's walking and always like pulling the elbow up, like you would do in armbar. So that's one, and let's see what happens. I think that's also bad coaching now, but I'm just ready for a chaos. So, and now, if I can't do it, usually now, if I can't do hawking, then baby reach is there, and I do a head up baby reach. Not head up anymore, head down anymore. Hold on tight. Now elbow is out. Both our heads are up, and we fight for top. Whose elbow gets under there first, that wins. Usually they can do it faster because they will see they're losing, and they split second there. So and they do it faster, so I end up probably in a dark bottom or something, if they're adapted afterwards. So try to figure out what is hawking, what is baby reach in that situation when you're facing them. Do it very slow, I'll give you 5 minutes, and I also expect you to fail. You should expect to fail. When you have questions, then I can show it one more time. Okay, let's go. So, now we have a same talk that you need to know what is a hawking and what is a baby reach. Otherwise it becomes a technique and I can't teach you. Then you don't understand where you have to be in space, and then it's impossible to get good. You do weird things. You really have to know what is the structure, and then we go from there and add. You know, let's say it's a boxing stuff, you know. You need to know what is that. It's not like, you know, here. It's exactly that, and then it becomes a freedom from here. We move. But you have to know, like, you know, like what are legs, you know, here, and what is your stance. If you don't know this, I can't teach you boxing. So it has to be that precise. It's cannot be like, you know, let's do combinations now. So that's why it's very important if you do it with partner. That you go like, if you don't understand, you go like, oh, what's a solo move? How I do it alone? Yeah, so let's say again, like in the boxing, you would do like, you know, how I have to be here, you know? Where's my weight, where's stuff, and if I punch, you know, how's my balance, you know? Okay, pump. And then, okay, then I can do it with partner. If you can't do it alone, you can't do it with partner. So my message to you mostly is basically, let's say, this would be a baby reach and a hawking. So, hawking is this. Elbow, pound. Yeah, you invert, keeping a 2D, don't turn. That's the hawking part, huh? Pound. If I can't do it, because they're in differently positioned, because they're gonna counter the hawking, then I'm literally gonna pendulum my legs there. That's what you have to do. Do this, head will be up, and you extend from the hip. And then you get your elbow pretty out. And then you will fight, because that's the balance point. You fight for top. Then this happens, and then we fight for top. It's all mechanically, you can explain it. So, that is what you have to do. So somebody has a Kimura, grip, and first of all, don't try to escape. Understand what is the position. So, okay, for a distance, wait. I want to do like a hawking, yeah? I'm here. So, I'm here, and now they don't even adapt, they don't do anything, they don't hold tight. I'm like, okay, my elbow is up. That's enough for it, yeah? So, a little bit more, they hold it. I want to create that shrimp backward, straighten my arm, elbow is out. Now they're going to adjust, they're going to come more closer. See? Now I can't anymore do it. The distance is different. Now I literally, like I said, pendulum my legs. Yeah? And now, hold on tight. They don't adapt, they don't do anything with the body motion, and let me just practice. Yeah? Elbow is out, and then the balancing act. Yeah? If I have a fake ending. So, if the fake ending will also happen if they're very stubborn. Because if they feel the Kimura is going, they try to hold longer. And then you have a chance to do that, getting on top. Later they will adapt, and they already see a baby is happening, they're fighting for top right away. Because they know that they're not going to hold it. So, and then always, later, stripping grips. So actually they have really split seconds to go. So that is an awful thing to always do. I do it all the time. When people attack Kimuras and they realize how little time they actually have. They have to be really aggressive, everything. And then end is a control, but attack is actually very, very explosive and fewer seconds than you actually realize. So do it again, be smart how you train. Hawking, baby reach. Then if you want, okay, I got it. Then as an attacker you go, let's have some movement a little bit. So I will shrimp with you. So try hawking, but I will adapt also. And then build it up complexity. It also might feel if you have done jiu-jitsu, it might feel you're going backwards. You already have a skill, but you're learning something like how to walk now. Yeah? Take it as is. This is a missing skill in your arsenal, so you have to go backwards. Who cares how long you have done jiu-jitsu? So, and it feels awkward, make it work. And the point is, if it works, you have to adapt. If it doesn't work, then I will not teach it. So there's no point teaching. If it works, you test it. Makes sense to change your mind, and have to do it the way I show it. Okay? And then you can have your opinion. So, come on. If I do it, I cannot put my legs in the right position to march away. Wait. I want my legs here. And now I'm going to from that distance. I cannot put the legs before I have an arch. So walking makes more sense. If I do a baby reach, I cannot rip it off. So, I'm very particular about those structures. I think I blindly believe in them. I could be biased towards my work, but actually I think I don't want to be that precise, but the more you do them, you understand them, they actually become very, very precise. You need to bombard with everything, and then everything makes sense. Because also, certain way you are in a baby reach, and you do stuff, it has to be not this way, but that. Because it could be maybe for a baby reach and ripping away from Kimura trap, maybe those legs do not matter, yeah? I could do it also this way. But fighting for top, this is a big mistake. Because this helps me right away to go. So they matter later. So as a bundle, it's weird that I just do it and it makes sense, and every connection to whatever I want to do also makes sense. Otherwise this, and then I lose the fight for top. So if I have this, I have way better fighting chance for top. So it's not clear, it's not always necessary for that attack. So that's why you don't sometimes understand why I'm so precise and it's kind of bullshit, it still works. But then as a coach, I want to teach you the biggest bubble. So if Kimura trap, okay, the ending, I get my elbow out, what are our options? Fight for top, do this, do that. So everything that work, I have to teach. Or my structure has to be able to allow you to do it. So if my knee is like this, I cannot fight very fast for top. So that is good, but that bubble is smaller right away. I teach you less optimal version of stuff. So that's why you don't know sometimes why it's that precise. And then you could ask, actually, instead of just, I'm not saying you do, but I know people that do, who cares, but it's actually that precise. And it's weird that it is. So, and Francesco Fonte said nicely that he was also surprised how high resolution they are. That they have to be like this to work. So, I don't know why, but if you attack me with everything, can I end up in the same structure. So, now you have a turning in and turning out. Now play. See what happens. You mess it up, because that's what you mess it up, jab and cross. Very hard to punch. Usually everybody punches a jab, and cross is a hard punch because it's double punch. You get, taken down, you get punched back. So it's the throwing combination is quite hard. And you expect it to mess it up. But the rule would be like first at least 5 minutes or whatever, the 7 minutes till 25. Is the defender can't lose. Okay, so if the attacker even lose once, like you're a really bad person, you don't know why you're here, and you're here for yourself and not for a group. So you should figure out your priorities. So you always do what's good for you and what's good for a group. Okay, so that's right now. Right now you cannot win. I know you want to, and I know some of you actually will win, and I will call you out. if you do. And it's not a nice usually thing. Yeah? So really like give them stuff, but if you feel a submission, let them recover, do stuff. They want to explore, they want to see how they move together, and they have to know that it's okay to try new things. And if I go somewhere, I get punished, then they refuse to explore anymore. And then, so you kill that curiosity right away. They have to go the wrong side sometimes to just realize it's not the way to go, but they want to try it. So be very careful as a coach not to kill the initiative. It's like I showed them, I talked about the example of I have a kid, 10 months old, and every time he wants to stand up, I'll push him down. It's like, what will happen, Clearly, clearly I'm not gonna do that, Imagine like I will punish him every time, like no, don't. It never gets you far. So I would probably reinforce, help him a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Put like sticks in front so I can like grab actually stuff and gets faster, higher. So this is about how I do it. And but here also like you wouldn't do it to your own kid, just push him down all the time. It sounds like ridiculous, But if you drill it's very hard to be that coach that just helps all the time. But not like pushing, unreality, but also like good pressures, but gives you time to, okay, let's continue. I want to explore. Okay, so no winning at all, but you can make it harder for them. And try to make it work, hooking inwards, baby bridge, or baby bridge outwards. Let's play.
So what constitutes a win for the guy holding now? Just a
submission.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, just survival.
Yeah.
You can also escape, I guess, or just reset, but there's no losing that, somebody did something to me, So we will get that, maybe have half an hour. We can do those drills also. But right now, let's build the trust that we actually can do it. If you want, you can have some weird, you can have your own setups for Kimura trap, or, I don't know, the easier one would be just do it from half guard, turn in, to me. So, like half guard, half guard, and then, you roll, and you're here. Yeah? If you know something from open guard, you can jump over the guard, go. If you have your own setups, but half guard is pretty safe, Kimura grip, half guard, lift your butt, roll over, pretty easy to do. Okay? If you know more, do more. So let's go. Drill, no submissions, exploration. So one thing, before I let you more do it, try to not be flat. And if somebody asked me why not flat, it seems to be like Huron Gracie I think talks about not being flat and he likes to stay there. I usually like to take direction, like baby Rich or hawking right away, one shoulder off the mat, so I have direction to go. Flat is just like super passive, and it's not a bad thing, but I'm saying direction is better. You're more like proactive. Other way they have all the choices and you don't. So I think sometimes maybe I will add certain things later, like a super late layer, like just, as a defense, why not, but I'm not there yet. So I think people will just, whistle me out if I was just coming to seminar, just doing this, And I'm a little bit shooting my own leg, I think, even like doing baby Rich and hawking, because if you ask me any question, in a position when my back is more towards the back, the answer is always baby Rich and hawking. And I think if you figure it out pretty fast, then maybe you don't need me anymore, So it's like everything's like, Priit comes like from far away 6 months ago, I said like, let's do cool stuff, baby Rich and hawking again. It's like, if you figure out those could be answers, you can self-taught, you can self-learn easier actually, But I find still people have hard time finding out that hawking baby Rich in those situations. So, but it is like, I'm jokingly afraid that I will kill my own work because it's just two things I'm gonna go. And when I said it also in UK, we had a 10-hour seminar in UK, 5 hours both days, and I said, guys, we're gonna do 10 hours of hawking and baby Rich. And they were like it doesn't sound very exciting, So, but then it was very fun because we did back escapes, back survival, 10 hours. So, what I don't want you to do, and seems to be like what's dangerous, is like, sometimes mostly you hear, they can grab your head also. You have to be bent there. But this happens, they can come to top. Then the Kimuras can continue. So I want to also prevent a lot of things. Because if they have this, this is not equal this. If they have already, it's dangerous to just be like this. They can just get on top and continue attacking me, and then, that will end up losing. So in this specific situation, this is quite dangerous to do. So this is bad, grab my head. So this is super annoying, yeah, because you get your out with your ears. So, hawking, and this arm also prevents grabbing the head. Here it's pretty hard to grab the head also. The arm is also free to choose, and I have my shoulders up also, yeah? So not a crane neck. You can play with this, it's more fun. So always try to avoid being here. If you can't turn in, go back, fix the distance. I also went down right now here, and then go baby reach. So because let's say if you can't turn, so you want to do hawking and maybe they're too close. So I actually go myself somewhere and move, and then I do hawking again. So I fix the distance to where I want. But don't hold on, right? Don't go here, and then it's like the head is up and you're vulnerable for head grabs. This is terrible. They have someone practice also. So either hawking or go back again. Yeah. So try to stay as minimal amount flat as you can. That seems to be very, very dangerous and very beneficial for him. Also get on top, because all the Kimura transfers, what they want to do to get on top, are harder when I do clearly baby bridge or a hawking away. Because I know maybe you ask, like somebody asked also, like, what if I get the top and have a Kimura from there? So then you have to have a transition, how to end up certain defensive structure again. Because this is actually dangerous if you're flat, you come to top right away, okay? So try again, no submission still. Make it harder, give them time. Also right now, let's say change partners. Another 5 minutes. Let's go, survive. Walking, baby bridge, change partners. Let's say always if you have questions, ask. I really dislike in the seminars when somebody asks you have questions and then nobody asks. Those big seminars, famous one, somebody, good, famous instructor comes and any questions and everybody's like, it's okay. And then coach feels like, nobody asks, I have the question then, nobody asks. Usually it's awkward because you have questions, I know, but it's just maybe not the social environment in front of everybody and everything else, So always if you have a question, ask. If you don't, it's on you. And then it's like, Priit didn't never ask to have questions. No, raise the arm, I will hear what you have to say and then we'll address something, okay? So be that. And if you don't, then you don't, and then ask privately, or then you don't ask that guy, then it's not my mistake, so to speak. Okay? So now let's do some War and Peace. We have time. So now it's time to show it's not that easy. And the main objective is to survive Kimura trap. Yeah, and maybe periphery attacks what comes from there. If they go to a back, and then you reset, that's totally fine. They have to give away the Kimura trap, and the Kimura or easy armbar from there sometimes, bring the knee in or something, very close periphery submission, didn't happen. And that's our objective, and then we're gonna push the agenda a little bit, Maybe you escape some positions, maybe you go to neutral, Sometimes you get caught because you get greedy, because you want to get on top, and that's why they take your back. If you just would go away and run away, sometimes it's easier, Sometimes you get punished because you actually, what if, So try also to go away also, and try also to, maybe grab his head and fight for top a little bit. But many times, let's say, roll. So we can, now in drills it happens. We do a baby bridge, so go. So let's say, I get elbow, yeah? And now it's like, who gets on top? If you start to fight about it, you're like, then it's like, shit. But your first defense should be get the hell out. Because this is actually risking everything. And if you don't know how to get there, this is actually not a risk worth taking. So if it's here, and now if you get on top, then I'm like that. I'm actually getting there. And then if this becomes boring, very like, okay, I can do it like, 4 out of 10, already good ratio, then let's see if I stay closer. Because I always have that falling back position, I know I can get out. And then I'm willing to risk more. Not that you want to come to top and then you lose most times. Because they will release first if they're adapted, and then you end up more on bottom. And then you have to scramble and that stuff, and then you have to have different games there. Like turtle and how to survive stuff. So Still escape the Kimura trap, but the price is heavier to pay. Maybe end of the round, you would do it 10 seconds left, why not risk it, you know? But if there are 2 minutes left, you don't risk staying under there for 2 minutes again. So it's about the environment also. So, but I would recommend everybody go away. And this is also a reality check for them. They have to chase you. Yeah, like a leg lock guys, you know, they run away, you have to chase them. Not like, okay, come to my game. No, you have to chase them and take them down these days more. So, yes. And that's what everyone does usually, you know. Every jiu-jitsu guy becomes wrestlers suddenly, you know. So, that's my recommendation. And then fight it closer. Yeah, it seems counterintuitive, but get neutral. Get stand up and start, you know, from your good position again. Otherwise you can lose so much. So, that's it. I will give you time, 30 seconds. We'll see how this works in this drill. We have 30 seconds of peace. Just figure it out, turn in, turn out. You cannot lose like you did before, 30 seconds. They can a little bit harass you, you know, but no losing. Then war, then I would recommend go back to the beginning, whatever it was, you know, half guard or some setup, and then war means they can win. You can also escape, but their threat is real, they can win. Whatever that means, you know? And then after 30 seconds, it's peace again. You can fix your mistakes, go over slowly without talking the problem areas you end up to. So a better idea of that next time, and then war comes again. So we can introduce the sparring a little bit, and the intensity, what actually happens. So you don't think that you actually know something. So it's actually hard. And then we raise the average, and finally our peace is in our aggressive war level, you know, then get straight away to go to sparring. Usually it happens before, a little bit here, you can jump there. So, but we have to lift it a little bit. So, that's it. Follow the rules. Spread out so nobody hurts anybody. And my recommendation is get out, yeah? And then start to stay closer. Even in a peace or, you know, war zone, who cares? So, do your setup for a Kimura trap, half guard, or just start from Kimura trap, who cares? And ready? Listen to my commands. So get a little peace. Hacker is so much better than them. It's not the point to just go out and trash them around. Think about what would be their maximum as a defender and play with them in that range. And also, if you're so better at them, combine things, explore, do different attacks, combinations. Don't just submit them left and right. That's not useful for them or for you. Okay, so take that level difference also. And if you're escaping and they're more beginner than you, then think about also how you escape. Just pure one escapes, or you know that against the good guys you have to combine escapes. So against that lesser skilled person, you also try combination escapes, because this is what you have to do against high level guards anyway. You can, yes, of course, escape, but what's the point? Why are you here? Yeah. So that take those things into consideration. Why you're here. So now switch to 2 minutes, other person, and then we'll change partners. Ready? Peace. Alright, now peace. Everything should be doable. Walking, baby bridge, facing them, facing the way. War! Last 30 seconds. Are you on that? No. Oh. 15 seconds left. So now we're going to change partners. We'll see if we do 2 minutes or 3. Maybe we can change more partners with 2 minutes, you know, it's more fun in that sense. But also longer rounds would be better because you can adapt to their attacks. If you do it short, you can't figure out what they do. So it makes sense to also do like half an hour with the same person and then change. But just for fun, to get a lot of mistakes out, it makes sense to change a lot of people. Then all the mistakes get exposed, but it's hard to then fix them because it's like so many of them. So understand also frustration with that. If we change partners, so different methods can be used. So anyway, if you get like a back, think about set it back, 3 seconds, reset. Yeah, don't start to attack from the back. So if you go hooks in and then already choke, that's good. If you go top, mount, knee and belly, 3 seconds, reset. Yeah, don't stay like knee and belly and then armbar them again. So it takes too long. Yeah, you're out of the periphery also. If you go knee and belly right away armbar, transition or attack, go for it. If you go knee and belly, stop, armbar, then it's bad. So this drill also forces transitional attacks more. So you can have your, I want to attack, do a transition. Actually better attack or better attacks are transitional. So 2 or 3 minutes. Now what else? This main thing is objective is to survive and then escape. But and I always like to see more running away. Even if you don't like it, do it, I don't know, 2 times do what you like, 1 time run away. Do that small ratio or 3/1 ratio. Do your stuff, but at least 1 time run away. Because you might not like it, only because you're not good at this. So you can't really choose. So make yourself proficient in it, obviously, and then it's the right choice, do I like it or not? You're not good at this, it takes a while. But at least 3/1 ratio, try to get out. Don't hit anybody else while doing that, yeah? So, what else? Not much. So, new partner and choose weight level-wise. So, be like smart, okay, I want to have this and this, So, everybody changes partners. New partner. Let's go. Or you can do it in sparring, just give it away. I do it all the time, just put myself in position, drill while other people spar with me. I don't have specific drilling hours for myself, I'm just super lazy. And when I spar, I just do my stuff. So now you know more about losing and winning. Yeah, try to do this against lesser skilled people and lesser weight people first to climb the ladder, to see the complexity, what they come up with, and then climb the ladder. Don't go like, highest level and then you lose and it's crap. You can weed out good techniques by this pretty fast. So for me, this up direction was very good discovery, and I'm more doing this myself now if possible. If somebody attacks me, all the other stuff turning in is less interesting because it's good, but going there and exposing myself to back takes and turtles and everything else, I know that's kind of what I like. I like the problems, and then it gives me food for brain. Anyway, that's it. Dennis takes over. I think 2 hours also or something, so whatever the small break it will be. So